Good morning guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm bringing this one today. I didn't realise, I fetched it quite late on last night and I didn't realise quite how battered it is. I've just noticed all that there, so all this is all swollen, and at the front, I mean, there's some paint runs there even I'd be proud of. And I think someone's stuck some, yeah, I suppose it was quite pretty, little detailing on. I can't get this drawer open any more than that, so I've got to have a look at that. But look how cool that is inside. If she'd have done it properly, if it weren't all falling off, I'd have left it. That's so pretty, that paper. But anyway, it's all gonna, crikey, yeah, it's gonna take some sanding, should we say. Better than my drips, Sam. But anyway, I thought I'd bring you along with this one today. I know I've not posted all week, but I've been doing, hang on, I'll take you round when I can get round. I've been doing this for a lady. How nice is that? I think it's absolutely stunning. And she wanted it, she's had it done in Farrow and Ball Old White, which, I mean, white, it's far from white, it's like a greeny, creamy grey kind of colour, but beautiful, beautiful. Alright guys, so anyway, I'll sand all this lot off and then we'll have a look, see if we can get the drawer and stuff open. Good morning, Eleanor. That's your mummy. No, still sulking, still got the head collar on. But her legs, so much better. And as soon as you take that collar off, she dives on all her bloody legs. So, how the hell do we break that one now? But, yeah, proper sulking again today, aren't you? Yeah, I'm not even going to look at you, she says. Right, we'll be back shortly, alright? Well, it's all in bits now, guys. Ubby's on the job now. So what he's going to do, I'm not quite sure. It's chipboard or whatever you call it, but everything's attached to it, so we've got to try and get the top layer off so I can smooth it all out and then put a new top on. But I'm going to blame him if it all goes wrong. So it could be firewood later, it could be over there again burnt, but we'll wait and see. Alright, I just thought I'd let you know. Okay. Oh, let's turn radio off, haven't I? Oh. Right. We've done it. We've took the top off. Well, Ubby did, not me. And we've put a new top on. So that looks a lot better now. I've sanded. I'm not so bothered about the runs and everything all on here because all this down this side is going to be papered, and then all this and the drawers are all going to have clay on. So I've not worried so much about that as such, but everything else has been done. I've took the feet off because one was falling off, so, but I did get a bit carried away on trying to strip the doors. I don't know why I did it, but it was just something that I thought, oh yeah, went a bit far and now it looks a mess. But I'm not worried because, like I say, they're going to have flowers on. So this is the paper that I'm going to have on top. So that's going to be the top, completely covered, and then that piece there will be split into two halves, and like I say, it'll go down this side, and it just helps cover up something that's I've paid far too much money for and is a bit battered. but that top looks so much better, so really pleased with that. Alright, so I'm going to give it a coat of what we're using, Heritage by Dulux in lead white, because I think that it's like a real grey kind of white that is, so I quite like that. And I'll come back when I've painted it and we'll do some flowers. Alright guys? Right then, welcome back. I've given it all a coat. I've popped some paper in the bottom. It's different to what's going on the sides, but that'll be in the bottom and on the shelf because it's quite battered in there, and I've painted the rest of it. And we're just going to put stencils all on this side, so I thought I'd bring you along with me if you want to have a look at that. So how can we place you so that you can see properly? Do you need to be further away? I think you need to be a bit further away, don't you? Sorry about this. Right then, is that better? Because then you get to see everything that I'm doing, don't you? Such. Right, we'll leave you at that, and hopefully you'll be okay. Right then, today on here I'm going to use very dirty Forest Flora, and this one is the Winter Blooms. And as always, I'm using the Das air dry clay that once you open you keep in a bag so it stays nice and movable. Got my famous talc, and I'm using my Gorilla Wood Glue. Okay, so let's start. Oh dear, this has gone a bit horrible with the weather that we've had. And need a little bit more working as such. Is anybody up to anything this bank holiday weekend? Anyone off out anywhere nice? Or doing anything nice? It's nice we're finally getting back to kind of normal, isn't it? As such. Using that bit feels a bit weird. I've got a feeling I haven't got enough clay. So that'll go down quite well, won't it? Mind you, it's not having too much here. that's one. Right, where's your sticker? Do you think? Right, let's break her off because I'm never going to get her on in one go. So we're going to have this here somewhere. Let's just put the flower on so we don't lose it. Oops. It's not going in the wrong place, look. Very good, is it? She should be there. And that one's there. Indeed, we're all broke to bits today. I've got a feeling it's because it's been a bit warm in here. And obviously once it's wet, kept in a it because it's wet, obviously something in the carry bag just sweats, doesn't it? So I think that's what it's done a little bit with me not using it. This is another reason I like to lay things down, because things just go on so much easier. But obviously for you won't really see it that well then, would you? I'm hoping it's not all going to slide and move, but who knows. Right, we'll do some more. And people have been asking how I get mine out of the mould so easy, and that they're using talc and this, that and the other, and all I can think is it's with neglect. I don't wash them very often at all. So whether they've, if you look after them, how you're supposed to, you know, cleaning them nicely, like me, it renews. Well, I don't know actually. I don't know what I'm saying. All I can think of is that you're either not using the same clay as what I use, and you're not unloving them as how I do as such. I don't know, because as you see, most of mine, it's not very, the little delicate ones, sometimes, you know, you've got to be a little bit more careful with them, but it's not often mine don't come out of the moulds. And people have said that they're just not coming out. It's like they're wedged in there solid. Like I say, the only time I found that I was having real problems like that was when I was when I tried the cheap Hobbycraft clay, you know, that you use for the kids as such. I bought some of that before I found out about this, and that was horrendous. It was so wet in your hands that whatever you put it on, it wasn't budging out of. But I mean, that's aimed at children, I suppose, really, isn't it? So the messier kids get, the better they love it, don't they? So, but that's the only time I found that I really struggled. So I'm sorry, ladies. I don't know what you're doing. This really is a good clay. I can't speak for IOD and all those because obviously I'm not in America. The DAS clay certainly, well, I've never had a problem with it, apart from today. And it does seem a little bit as though it sweated quite a bit. But as you see, it's still all doing what it's supposed to be doing, so. I don't know if you saw, I decided I was going to try and strip back the doors on the front of here. What a bloody mess I've made. Crikey, I don't know what I'm going to do with that now. I don't know if I've got to carry on and finish. But I gave the drawer just like a light coat last night and it looks absolutely horrendous. So I'm not quite sure. It's going to be something that I wish I'd never started, I think, that one again. Oops, I'm a bit droopy, aren't I? That one. That one's fallen a lot. You see, if you don't keep an eye on what's happening, they all go their own way that they want to go. Try and remove the excess glue if you can, or otherwise it looks like you've got paint runs when you come to paint it. I mean, this piece, Christ, it really did. And it makes me laugh, you know, because when I got there, it was quite late on when I saw it, and I thought, well, I either go out tonight and fetch it, or I waste like, by the time I'd done that, a couple of hours just so messing about the following day. And I'd got people coming for bits that they'd ordered, and I'd got a couple of bits to finish on a piece for a lady, and this, that and the other. So I thought, I'll go out tonight, you know, I'm only sat here doing nothing, so watching YouTube. So I said, oh yeah, I'll come out tonight. So Bobby and daughter came with me, drove down there, and gets out, put my mask on, goes round, and it was a lovely, well, I thought he was a lovely Polish fella, and he was like, no, I will carry, you know, you're not carrying as such. I was like, oh, okay, right, thank you. You know, thinking I'm something special. And then as we saw, I thought he was being nice, and it wasn't. He was just bloody covering up the mess that it was in. Because I'd have seen it if I'd have got up close, but he carried it, you see, and put it straight in the car and shut the door. And I just thought, oh, you know, there's some nice people still out there. And then it wasn't till the morning when I saw it in its glory. But like I say, we've put a new top on it, so that looks so much better. I wasn't so bothered about all the runs here because I knew that I was putting all this on, so I left that. And then the only other major mistake that I wish I hadn't done is messing about with the 2 doors and drawers, because I don't know what I want to do with them now, but they really are horrendous. So I might have to put stripper on them and try and strip them right back. Because they're that detailed, I don't think I'll get my sander in either. But I'm going to have a go at that one first. Obviously, it's the easier route that I always like to take, if I can. Thank you for all the comments as well on Eleanor. It's more or less fully healed now, but I think now she's going to have to live with that on for a while, because as soon as you take it off, she's attacking all of feet. I mean, what's that about? I've never ever, I mean, I've been in my family's like bred Cocker Spaniels for forever. You know, I've been round loads of different dogs, and I've never ever seen anything like it. The way that she just literally attacks them. And it's like, as soon as you take it off, and I've even tried, you know, the take it off, as soon as you start, put it back on, give it a minute, take it off again. But even that's not working at present, so I was like, right, you're going to have to live in it then for a while. I mean, she's not bothered at all. I took it off last night and put it at the side of her, because I strap her leg up at night so that she can't get to it. I picked up off eBay like this, I don't know what you'd call it. It's not a frame, you can't say it's a frame as such, but it's like a, well, I suppose it is a frame. It's like a sock thing, and you put it on the leg, so that's the leg, you put it on, but it's like out, so it doesn't touch anything, and then it tapes to a leg. So it's just so that, like, obviously, I mean, the ear's around it now all day long, but it's just so to give her relief from sleeping with that. And you spend that much time waking up because all you can do is hear her licking something else instead, that you end up putting it on her anyway. And you're like, Eleanor, you know, you're spending all day and all night with this thing round your neck, just pack it in and go to bloody sleep, you know. But no, that's too easy for her at present. She's got something in her head, so I don't know if that's the breed of dog that they get a bit obsessive like that. I don't know. So watch this space because she's not learning anything yet. She does what she wants when she wants. Right. Just a little more. I think that's enough for there. So I'll do the other side off camera because it gets a bit boring, doesn't it? And I'm doing exactly the same, so there's nothing different being done. And we'll come back. Oh, you can't see very well there at all, can you? Why didn't you tell me? So this is what we've done as of yet. Alright, so I'll be back in a minute.